So you probably heard the noise about Google VO, right? Lately everyone's talking about VO3. It's literally everywhere online, on X, in creator chats, you name it. People have been using it to make these insane cinematic AI videos with soundtracks and dialogue, and the stuff looks wild. But here's the thing, there was a VO2 before VO3, and it was a different vibe. I want to walk you through both for a sec, and then show you why. If you're a content creator dealing with long videos, Vizard might actually be the tool that changes the game for you. Alright, quick refresher for the folks who missed it. VO2 was basically an image-to-video generator. You'd upload a photo or a set of images and it would animate them into short videos. It was pretty cool for what it was, kind of neat for turning photos into moving scenes, but it had limits. Clips were short, low res, and there was no real audio generation to speak of. Think 720p level stuff in like 8 seconds or so if memory serves. It was neat, useful, but not really built for big-time content creation. Then VO3 dropped and everything shifted. VO3 is primarily text to video, and it does more than just visuals. It can generate synchronized dialogue, background music, and sound effects. People have made full cinematic sequences straight from prompts, including sound, and it looks and sounds like a movie in some cases. It's next level in terms of creative control and output quality, but it's also priced and positioned in a way that isn't friendly for every creator. I've heard the access tiers are pretty steep, like the real power tiers push into that couple $100 range. So sure, amazing tech, but not exactly democratized for smaller creators or creators who need reliable, repeatable short-form content. So where does Vizard fit into this picture? Think of Vizard as the practical, creator-first tool that's built for people who actually publish content constantly. VO2 and VO3 are about generating new video content from images or text that's powerful and flashy. But if what you do is create long-form content and need to publish it across TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, and so on, you need something else. You need quick, consistent short clips, scheduled posts, and an easy workflow. That's Vizard's lane. Here's how I like to explain it. VO tools are super cool when you want to create a video from scratch. Vizard is super useful when you already have hours of good footage and you want to turn that into dozens of attention-grabbing clips without spending days editing. Vizard automatically finds the high engagement moments in your long videos, cuts them into viral-ready clips, and gives you a ready-to-post package. That's not as flashy as writing a prompt and generating a whole scene from scratch, but for 99% of creators trying to grow, it's exactly what you actually need. Let me paint a scenario. Say you live stream a 1-hour session or shoot a 30-minute interview. The usual grind is, watch the whole thing, find the good parts, edit, color, audio tweak, export, resize for different platforms, caption it, schedule it. That's easily a half day or more of work. Or you throw money at an editor. Vizard? You drop in the long video and the AI finds the moments people will actually clip. What punchy takes, emotional bits, funny lines, and turns them into short clips optimized for each platform. Not just that, but it can also queue them up on an automated schedule, so you're consistently posting without having to babysit a calendar. That auto-editing viral clips feature is honestly the core. It isn't perfect, but it nails the majority of moments you'd pick yourself. And because it's designed for volume, you can crank out a week or a month of short-form content in the time it would take to edit one clip manually. The AI learns what performs well, so the more you use it, the better the picks get. Which is huge if you're aiming for consistent growth. Then there's the auto schedule. You tell it how often you want to post, set your posting windows, and Vizard publishes for you. No more spreadsheets, no more constantly opening apps to manually upload. That's a huge time saver and honestly cuts down on one of the biggest friction points for creators: consistency. Because consistency often matters more than creating one viral hit every few months. And the content calendar is where Vizard stops being just a tool and starts being an actual workflow hub. You can see scheduled posts across platforms, tweak captions, swap clips, and push things live all from one place. It's small but important, especially when you're juggling multiple platforms and want to keep your brand voice consistent. Compare that to leaning on a complex and expensive VO tool that might generate great single videos, but won't help you take a long live stream and turn it into a month's worth of social posts. Now, full disclosure, if your entire creative strategy is to craft individual cinematic short films from text prompts, VO3 is a wild piece of tech and you'll enjoy it. But if your strategy is growth through volume and consistency, posting often, testing hooks, and iterating, Vizard is the lean, efficient pick. And it doesn't have to be either or. You could absolutely use VO3 for special standalone videos and Vizard to farm consistent clips from your long-form content. That's actually a smart combo. Let me also call out a few limitations I've seen with these other systems that Vizard handles more cleanly. VO2's clips were low res and short, not great if you want to create platform-optimized content that feels premium. VO3 gives higher fidelity and audio, but the cost and complexity can be off-putting for smaller creators. Also, generating new videos from scratch is awesome, but it's unpredictable. You might spend credits or time crafting prompts only to get something that doesn't match your brand voice, and then you're back to redoing it. With Vizard, you're working from your actual content and your actual voice, so the output is immediately more on-brand and usable. And in terms of pricing and accessibility, Vizard's value isn't about one shiny output, it's about time saved and consistent posting. For creators who monetize through views, sponsors, or audience growth, that consistency tends to pay back quickly. You don't need to be paying hundreds to generate one polished clip. You need to reliably feed the socials with a steady stream of stuff that grabs attention, and Vizard gives you that without the same steep learning curve. You've probably seen creators who post randomly and then complain about growth. The problem often isn't creativity, and so it's the grind. Vizard turns the grind into a system. Long-form content goes in. A content machine spits out short clips. Those clips get scheduled and posted, and you get to focus on making more long-form content or on creative strategy. It's not sexy, but it's effective. I'm actually thinking of doing a little experiment. Take a live stream, run it through Vizard, and then post the clips for a week without telling anyone I used an editor. See what sticks, see what grows. Kind of like that little social experiment you sometimes do to test tools. I'll share results if it looks interesting. Bottom line, VO2 was fun and limited. VO3 is powerful and expensive, and Vizard is practical and made for creators who need volume and consistency. If you're struggling to turn long videos into short, shareable content that actually posts on time and looks good, Vizard is worth trying. Not every tool has to be the flashiest one. Sometimes the tool that lets you actually ship consistently is the one that matters most. If you've used any of these tools and have questions, drop them below. Tell me about what you create. Long streams, podcasts, interviews, and I'll try to point out exactly how I'd use Vizard in that workflow. If you liked this breakdown, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Much love to everybody, and stay creative and keep posting. Peace out.